Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have one message for you. Nobody is coming to push you. Nobody is coming to do it for you. It's up to you to make it happen. We all have dreams. We all have desires. But the difference between those who achieve them and those who don't is simple. It's discipline, action, and consistency. So let's talk about what it takes to push yourself and make it happen. If there is one principle that can change your life faster than anything else, it is taking full responsibility for everything that happens to you. The moment you accept that your life is in your hands, that no one else is responsible for your success, your failures, your happiness, or your growth, you gain power. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they lack intelligence, resources, or opportunities, but because they refuse to take ownership of their lives. They spend years blaming circumstances, other people, and even luck, never realizing that every excuse they make is another chain holding them back from the life they truly want. Responsibility is not just about admitting mistakes. It is about owning every aspect of your existence. It means acknowledging that where you are today is a direct result of the decisions you've made up until now. If you are unhappy with your finances, your relationships, your health, or your career, there is only one person to look at: yourself. That might be a hard truth to swallow, but it is the most liberating realization you will ever have. Because if you created your current situation, you have the power to create a better one. Most people wait for something or someone to come along and change their lives. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect partner, the perfect economy, or the perfect set of circumstances. But waiting is a trap. Life does not owe you anything. Success, happiness, and fulfillment do not come to those who wait. They come to those who take responsibility and act. Think about this. Every time you blame something outside of yourself, you are giving away your power. When you say, "I can't succeed because of my boss," you are making your boss more powerful than you. When you say, "I can't be happy because of my past," you are letting your past dictate your future. When you say, "I can't achieve my goals because of where I come from," you are allowing your history to determine your destiny. Responsibility means refusing to let anything outside of you control your life. It means taking back your power. This principle applies to every area of your life. Take your finances, for example. If you are in debt, it is easy to blame the economy, inflation, or a lack of opportunities. But the real question is, what choices led you here? What financial decisions did you make? What habits do you need to change? The moment you stop blaming external factors and start looking at your own role in the situation, you take control. You begin to see solutions instead of problems. The same applies to your health. You can blame genetics, a busy schedule, or the cost of healthy food, but at the end of the day, your health is the result of your daily choices. What you eat, how you move, how you take care of yourself. When you take full responsibility, you stop making excuses and start making changes. Taking responsibility does not mean beating yourself up over past mistakes. It is not about guilt or regret. It is about learning from the past, adjusting your actions, and moving forward with purpose. Many people stay stuck because they spend more time dwelling on what went wrong instead of focusing on what they can do next. Responsibility is about looking ahead, not behind. It is about saying, "I may not have made the best choices before, but I have the power to make better choices now." One of the biggest challenges with responsibility is that it requires self-honesty. It is not easy to admit when we are the reason for our own struggles. It is not easy to accept that our habits, attitudes, and decisions have led us to where we are. But growth only happens when we are willing to face the truth. If you want more out of life, you must be willing to ask yourself the hard questions. Am I really putting in the effort? Am I making excuses? Am I blaming others instead of taking action? Honest self-reflection is uncomfortable, but it is also the starting point of real transformation. Taking responsibility also means understanding that success is not about luck. Too many people look at successful individuals and assume they were just in the right place at the right time. But if you study anyone who has achieved greatness, you will see that their success was not an accident. It was the result of deliberate choices, discipline, and perseverance. They did not wait for perfect conditions. They created their own opportunities. They took responsibility for their growth, their learning, and their progress. You can do the same, but it starts with deciding that you are in control. At the end of the day, taking responsibility is the foundation of personal power. It is the difference between living as a victim of circumstances and living as the creator of your own destiny. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it, because the moment you fully accept responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for things to change and you start making them happen. If you want to change your life, you must start by setting clear, non-negotiable goals. Most people drift through life without a definite direction, hoping that somehow, someday, things will magically fall into place. But life doesn't work that way. Success is not an accident. It is the result of clear intention, deliberate action, and unwavering commitment. Without a target, how can you ever hit the mark? Without a plan, how can you ever arrive at the destination? The truth is, vague goals produce vague results. If you don't define exactly what you want, life will define it for you, and you may not like the outcome. Setting goals is not just about writing down what you hope will happen. Hope is not a strategy. Goals must be precise, specific, and meaningful. Saying, I want to be successful is not a goal, it's a wish. Saying, I want to earn $100,000 in the next 12 months by growing my business and increasing my sales by 30% is a goal. Do you see the difference? One is a vague desire, the other is a clearly defined target with a measurable outcome. The more specific you are, the more focused your actions will be. The clearer your goal, the stronger your motivation. But setting a goal is only the first step. The real key is making it non-negotiable. Most people fail to achieve their goals not because they lack ability, but because they give themselves too many options to quit. They treat their goals as preferences rather than commitments. They say, I'll try, instead of I will. The moment you leave room for negotiation, you create an escape route. And when challenges arise, you will take that escape route every time. A non-negotiable goal means you are all in no matter what. It means you will do whatever it takes, adjust when necessary, and keep pushing forward until you achieve it. One of the most powerful things you can do is write your goals down. Studies have shown that people who write their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them than those who don't. Why? Because writing brings clarity. It transforms an idea into a commitment. When you put your goals on paper, you make them real. You create a contract with yourself. And once that contract exists, your mind starts working to find ways to fulfill it. But don't just write them down and forget about them. Review them daily. Keep them in front of you. Remind yourself constantly of what you are working toward and why it matters. Another crucial part of setting non-negotiable goals is attaching a strong emotional reason to them. A goal without a reason is just a task, and tasks can be postponed or abandoned. But when your goal is tied to something deeply important to you, something that moves you at an emotional level, quitting is no longer an option. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Is it for your family, your future, your freedom, your legacy? When your goal is backed by a powerful why, it becomes a mission rather than just a wish. Setting goals also requires a clear deadline. A goal without a deadline is nothing more than a dream. Saying, I'll do it someday is the same as saying, I'll never do it. Time frames create urgency. They force you to take action. They hold you accountable. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, say, I will lose 20 pounds by December 31st. Instead of saying, I want to save money, say, I will save $10,000 by the end of the year. Deadlines turn ideas into action. They eliminate procrastination and make your goals a priority rather than an afterthought. But no matter how strong your goals are, obstacles will come. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. This is where most people give up. They hit a roadblock and decide it wasn't meant to be. But those who succeed understand that obstacles are part of the journey. They don't see setbacks as reasons to quit. They see them as lessons to learn from. They adapt, they adjust, and they keep moving forward. When your goal is non-negotiable, failure is not the end. It's just a step along the way. The final piece of setting clear non-negotiable goals is taking massive action. A goal without action is just a wish. You can have the clearest goal in the world, but if you don't act on it, nothing will change. The moment you set a goal, start moving toward it immediately. Take the first step, even if it's small. Momentum builds when you take action, and the more action you take, the closer you get to making your goal a reality. At the end of the day, success belongs to those who decide, commit, and act. Set your goals, make them clear, make them non-negotiable, and then do whatever it takes to make them happen. Your life is a reflection of your habits. Everything you have or don't have right now is a direct result of the small, repeated actions you take every single day. Success is not a matter of luck, talent, or even intelligence. It is a matter of discipline. The people who succeed in life are not necessarily the smartest or the most gifted. They are simply those who have built the right habits and committed to them over time. Habits shape your decisions, determine your mindset, and ultimately dictate your future. If you want to change your life, you must start by changing your habits. Most people underestimate the power of small habits. They assume that success comes from one big breakthrough, one massive action that changes everything overnight. But the truth is, success is built in the little moments, the small choices you make when no one is watching, the daily disciplines that seem insignificant in the moment but compound over time. A single workout won't transform your health, but exercising consistently will. Reading one book won't make you an expert, but reading every day will. Saving a few dollars won't make you wealthy, but managing your money wisely every day will lead to financial security. The key is consistency. The small things you do repeatedly will either take you closer to your goals or further away from them. Building the right habits starts with awareness. You must take an honest look at your current habits and ask yourself whether they are serving you or holding you back. Are your daily actions aligned with the person you want to become? If not, it's time to make adjustments. Many people want success, but their habits tell a different story. They say they want to be in great shape, but they eat poorly and avoid exercise. They say they want financial freedom, but they spend impulsively and fail to invest. They say they want to grow, but they spend more time watching television than developing their skills. If your habits don't match your desires, you will never achieve your goals. You cannot expect to live a successful life while holding on to habits that lead to failure. Changing habits requires intention. You must consciously decide what habits you want to build and create a plan to implement them. The best way to build a new habit is to start small. Many people fail because they try to change everything at once. They set big goals and attempt to completely overhaul their routines overnight. But when the excitement wears off, they get overwhelmed and revert to their old ways. Real change happens gradually. Instead of trying to transform your entire life in a day, focus on making one small improvement at a time. If you want to start exercising, don't aim for an intense 2-hour workout right away. Start with 10 minutes. If you want to read more, don't try to finish a book in one sitting. Start with 10 pages. The key is to make it easy in the beginning so that you can build momentum. Once the habit is established, you can gradually increase the intensity. Another important part of building the right habits is your environment. Your surroundings play a huge role in shaping your behavior. If you are constantly surrounded by distractions, unhealthy temptations, or negative influences, it will be much harder to maintain good habits. Set yourself up for success by designing an environment that supports your goals. If you want to eat healthier, remove junk food from your home and stock up on nutritious options. If you want to read more, keep books within easy reach and limit your screen time. If you want to be more productive, create a workspace that minimizes distractions. Your environment should make it easier for you to stick to good habits and harder for you to fall into bad ones. Another crucial aspect of habit building is accountability. When you keep your goals to yourself, it is easy to make excuses and slip back into old patterns. But when you share your commitments with others, you create a sense of responsibility. Find a mentor, a friend, or a group of like-minded individuals who will support you and hold you accountable. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and discipline. The people in your life should inspire you to be better, not pull you back into bad habits. The final and most important part of building the right habits is perseverance. There will be days when you don't feel like following through. There will be setbacks, distractions, and moments of frustration, but success does not come to those who quit when things get tough. It comes to those who push through even when they don't feel like it. The key to lasting change is discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Habits are built through repetition, not motivation. You will not always feel inspired, but if you stay committed and keep showing up every day, your habits will become automatic and success will become inevitable. Your environment is one of the most powerful forces shaping your life. Whether you realize it or not, it influences your thoughts, your habits, your decisions, and ultimately your success. Many people struggle to change their lives because they are constantly fighting against an environment that is working against them. It is the environment that is working against them. They want to be healthier, but their kitchen is filled with junk food. They want to be more productive, but they are surrounded by distractions. They want to be successful, but they spend time with people who discourage them instead of pushing them forward. The truth is, no matter how much willpower you have, if your environment is set up for failure, you will struggle. But if you take control of your surroundings and design them for success, progress becomes natural and effortless. Everything around you sends signals to your brain. These signals either reinforce good habits or encourage bad ones. If you walk into a room and see a television remote, your brain is more likely to think about watching TV. If you see a book on your desk, your brain is more likely to think about reading. If your phone is next to you while working, you are more likely to pick it up and get distracted. Small changes in your environment can have a huge impact on your behavior. If you want to change your actions, start by changing what surrounds you. Remove the triggers that lead to negative habits and replace them with cues that encourage positive ones. Your physical space is only one part of your environment. The people around you play an even bigger role. You are influenced by the attitudes, habits, and expectations of those you spend the most time with. If you are surrounded by people who complain, make excuses, and settle for mediocrity, it will be difficult to rise above that mindset. But if you are surrounded by people who are ambitious, disciplined, and focused, their energy will push you to be better. The saying, "you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," is not just a catchy phrase. It's a fundamental truth about human behavior. If you want to change your life, take a close look at the people in it. Are they lifting you up or holding you back? Are they encouraging your growth or reinforcing bad habits? You don't have to cut people out of your life completely, but you do need to be intentional about who has the most influence over you. Technology is another major part of your environment, and it can either be a tool for success or a constant source of distraction. Social media, notifications, and endless entertainment options can easily take over your time and attention if you're not careful. If you want to be more productive, you must take control of your digital environment. Turn off notifications that don't serve you. Set limits on how much time you spend on distraction. Use technology as a tool, not as a trap. The key is to create a system that allows you to focus on what matters without constantly being pulled in different directions. Your mental environment is just as important as your physical one. The thoughts you allow into your mind determine your beliefs, your confidence, and your actions. If you constantly consume negative news, toxic conversations, and self-doubt, you will struggle to move forward. But if you fill your mind with positive, empowering messages through books, podcasts, mentors, and daily affirmations, you will strengthen your mindset and set yourself up for success. Be mindful of what you allow into your mind, because your thoughts shape your reality. Taking control of your environment is not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about making small, intentional adjustments that remove obstacles and make success easier. If you want to eat healthier, start by stocking your home with nutritious food. If you want to be more focused, create a workspace free from distractions. If you want to improve your mindset, surround yourself with people, books, and information that inspire and challenge you. These small changes add up over time, making it easier to build good habits and harder to fall into bad ones. The people who achieve the highest levels of success are not necessarily the most talented or hardworking. They are the ones who have mastered their environment. They set up their surroundings in a way that naturally supports their goals instead of constantly fighting against temptation and distraction. They understand that willpower alone is not enough. They must design their lives in a way that makes success the default option. When your environment is aligned with your goals, progress stops feeling like an uphill battle and starts feeling like the natural path forward. Growth never happens in comfort. Everything you want, success, confidence, discipline, strength, exist outside your comfort zone. Yet most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort, choosing the easy path, and staying where they feel safe. They fear failure, they fear struggle, they fear the unknown, and because of that fear, they never push themselves beyond their current limits. But if you want to achieve anything significant, you must learn to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You must embrace the struggle, seek out challenges, and train yourself to thrive under pressure. The sooner you accept that discomfort is a requirement for growth, the sooner you will start making real progress. Most people look at discomfort as something to avoid. They think if something is difficult, it must mean they are not meant to do it. If something feels challenging, they assume it's not for them. But discomfort is not a stop sign, it's a signal that you are on the right path. When you push past what is familiar, when you do things that scare you, when you take risks and put yourself in difficult situations, that is when you grow. Think about the first time you tried something new, whether it was speaking in front of an audience, starting a business, or pushing yourself in the gym. It probably felt uncomfortable. You might have been nervous, unsure, or even afraid. But the more you did it, the more comfortable it became. That is how growth works. What was once uncomfortable eventually becomes normal. And when that happens, it's time to push further. The best way to get comfortable being uncomfortable is to seek out discomfort daily. Too many people wait for motivation or the perfect time to take action, but the truth is, growth is a choice you must make every day. It's in the moments when you don't feel like doing something but do it anyway. It's in the decision to wake up early when your bed is warm and inviting. It's in the choice to work hard when no one is watching. It's in the discipline to show up even when you are tired, uninspired, or discouraged. Each time you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you become stronger, tougher, and more resilient. Discomfort is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. Every successful person you admire has faced pain, setbacks, and failure. They didn't succeed because they avoided difficulty. They succeeded because they embraced it. They understood that struggle is not a sign to quit, but a sign to keep going. When you push through discomfort, you build confidence in yourself. You develop the mindset that no matter what happens, you can handle it. That is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Most people stay stuck because they choose temporary comfort over long-term success. They avoid the hard conversations, so their relationships suffer. They skip the workout, so their health declines. They procrastinate on their goals, so their dreams never become reality. Every time you choose comfort over progress, you make it harder to grow. But every time you choose to face discomfort, you get stronger. Growth is not about talent or luck. It is about the willingness to do what is hard over and over again until it becomes second nature. Think about any major accomplishment in life, whether it's building a business, becoming a leader, or achieving personal transformation. None of it happens without discomfort. Athletes push through pain to reach peak performance. Entrepreneurs take risks and face rejection before finding success. Leaders make tough decisions and deal with pressure every day. If you want to achieve more in life, you must stop running from discomfort and start running toward it. You must welcome the struggle, because that is where real change happens. The key to success is not avoiding difficulty, it is learning how to handle it. The moment you stop expecting things to be easy, the moment you stop looking for shortcuts, is the moment you become unstoppable. Hard times will come, challenges will arise. But instead of backing down, train yourself to rise up. Train yourself to find strength in discomfort. Train yourself to embrace the process, no matter how tough it gets. The more you lean into discomfort, the more powerful you become. The things that once scared you will become normal. The situations that once made you nervous will become opportunities. And the person you once were will transform into someone you never thought possible. So make discomfort a part of your daily life. Take cold showers. Push yourself harder in your workouts. Speak up when it feels awkward. Face rejection. Chase difficult goals. Do something every day that makes you uncomfortable. Over time, you will realize that nothing is as hard as it seems, that discomfort is temporary, and that the more you push through, the stronger you become. The people who win in life are not those who seek the easy path. They are the ones who step into discomfort, embrace the challenge, and refuse to settle. If you want more, you must be willing to endure more. And when you do, you will discover that on the other side of discomfort is everything you have ever wanted. Nothing changes without action. No dream, no goal, no vision ever becomes reality without taking action. Massive action. Thinking, planning, and preparing are important. but they mean nothing if they are not followed by execution. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, or a sign that tells them it's time to start. But success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action, make decisions, and move forward even when they are uncertain. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the willingness to take massive action and keep pushing forward no matter what. Most people hesitate to take action because they are afraid. They fear failure. They fear judgment. They fear making the wrong choice. But fear is just an illusion, and the only way to overcome it is to act. Action destroys fear. The longer you wait, the bigger your fears grow. But the moment you take action, they begin to shrink. The only way to gain confidence is through action. You don't wait until you feel ready. You act your way into readiness. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You create them by taking the first step. The more you act, the more momentum you build, and with momentum comes progress. Massive action is different from regular action. Regular action is doing the bare minimum, taking small steps without real urgency. Massive action means going all in, doing more than expected and pushing beyond what feels comfortable. It means making phone calls when others are hesitating, putting in extra hours when others are quitting, and seeking solutions when others are making excuses. It is the mindset that says, I will do whatever it takes. People who take massive action don't dabble, they commit. They don't try, they decide. And because of that, they achieve results that others only dream about. Success is not about what you know, it's about what you do. Knowledge is useless without execution. There are people who read books, attend seminars, and gather information for years, yet they never make progress because they don't take action. They keep waiting until they know enough, but they never reach that point because there is always more to learn. The truth is, you learn the most by doing. You gain experience by stepping into the arena, making mistakes, and adjusting along the way. Perfectionism is just another word for procrastination. Stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing, and start moving. Massive action creates massive results. If you look at the most successful people in any field, you will see one common trait. They work harder, push further, and take more action than everyone else. Athletes don't become champions by practicing occasionally. They train relentlessly. Entrepreneurs don't build businesses by making a few calls. They take risks, solve problems, and persist through setbacks. Leaders don't inspire others by being passive. They take initiative and lead from the front. No one achieves greatness by being average in their effort. The more action you take, the more opportunities you create. One of the biggest lies people believe is that they need motivation to take action. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you will feel inspired and some days you won't. If you rely on motivation, you will never be consistent. The real key is discipline, the ability to take action even when you don't feel like it. Winners don't wait to be in the mood. They show up and do the work no matter how they feel. The secret to success is doing what needs to be done even on the days when you don't feel like doing it. Massive action is not about waiting for the right emotions. It's about making action a habit, a way of life. Taking action also means taking responsibility. Too many people blame circumstances, the economy, their upbringing, or other people for their lack of progress. But as long as you make excuses, you give away your power. The only way to take control of your life is to take full responsibility and take massive action toward what you want. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success, and no one will push you forward if you don't push yourself. The moment you stop making excuses and start taking action is the moment your life begins to change. Massive action is about persistence. It's not about trying once and giving up if things don't work out. It's about pushing through obstacles, learning from failures, and continuing to move forward. Most people quit too soon. They try something, hit a roadblock, and decide it's not for them. But the ones who win are the ones who refuse to quit. They adjust their strategy, improve their skills, and keep going until they succeed. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying. If you keep taking action, eventually you will break through. Success is simple. Take action. Take more action than you think is necessary. Move faster than you feel ready for. Do more than what is comfortable. Stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start doing. The world belongs to those who take action, who move forward despite uncertainty, and who refuse to settle for anything less than their full potential. Whatever you want in life, it starts with one thing: massive action. Excuses are the enemy of progress. They give you permission to stay the same, to avoid responsibility, and to justify why you're not where you want to be. But no matter how valid an excuse may seem, it will never move you forward. People who achieve great things in life don't allow excuses to control them. They don't blame their circumstances, their past, or other people for their lack of results. Instead, they take full ownership of their lives and do whatever it takes to create the future they want. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you take back control of your destiny. Most excuses come from fear, fear of failure, fear of discomfort, fear of the unknown. People convince themselves that they are too old, too young, too busy, or too inexperienced to go after what they truly want. They believe that the timing isn't right, that they need more resources, or that they don't have enough support. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time, and no one is ever fully ready for the challenges that come with success. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not circumstances, it's mindset. Successful people find a way while everyone else finds an excuse. Excuses keep you stuck. They give you a reason to stay in your comfort zone, to avoid taking risks, and to play life small. Every time you make an excuse, you reinforce a mindset of limitation. You tell yourself that something outside of your control is holding you back, and that belief becomes your reality. But the most successful people understand that no matter what challenges they face, they always have a choice. They can either focus on problems or solutions, on obstacles or opportunities. They refuse to let their past define them, their circumstances limit them, or their fears control them. One of the most common excuses people make is blaming their past. They tell themselves that because they didn't grow up with the right connections, education, or support, they can't succeed. But history is filled with stories of people who overcame extreme hardships to achieve greatness. There are those who grew up in poverty, faced rejection, battled failure, and still rose to the top because they refused to let their past dictate their future. Your past is not your destiny. Your excuses about what happened before will only hold you back if you let them. The only thing that matters is what you do next. Another excuse people make is that they don't have enough time, but the reality is everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is how they use them. While some people waste time on distractions, social media and entertainment, others prioritize their goals and make time for what truly matters. If something is important enough, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. The truth is, you don't lack time. You lack urgency. The moment you stop making excuses and start taking action, you realize how much time you actually have. Some people blame others for their lack of progress. They point fingers at their boss, their family, the government, or society as the reason they aren't where they want to be. But blaming others gives away your power. The moment you make someone else responsible for your success or failure, you lose control over your own life. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. The only person who can change your life is you. The faster you accept that, the faster you can start making real progress. Excuses also come in the form of perfectionism. Many people tell themselves they are waiting for the right moment, the perfect plan, or enough confidence before they start. But waiting for perfection is just another excuse disguised as logic. No one starts with all the answers. No one begins fully confident. Confidence is built through action. Success comes from making mistakes, learning from them, and improving over time. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you will wait forever. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Eliminating excuses from your life requires a shift in mindset. It means replacing "I can't" with "how can I?" It means refusing to let external factors control your future. It means taking responsibility for your results no matter what. Instead of saying, "I don't have enough time," you say, "I will make time." Instead of saying, "I don't know how," you say, "I will figure it out." Instead of saying, "It's too hard," you say, "I will find a way." This simple shift in language can transform your entire life. The truth is, you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. Every time you make an excuse, you are choosing to stay the same. But when you stop making excuses and start taking action, you open the door to limitless possibilities. The most successful people in the world are not the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. They are simply the ones who refuse to make excuses. They understand that success is not given, it is earned. And the only way to earn it is by taking full responsibility, eliminating all excuses, and doing whatever it takes to make it happen. The truth is, everything you want is within your reach, but only if you are willing to push yourself, take action, and refuse to settle for excuses. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to force you to grow. It is up to you to step up, take control, and make it happen. The path will not be easy. There will be obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt, but if you stay committed, if you keep pushing forward no matter what, you will break through. Greatness is not reserved for the lucky or the talented. It belongs to those who are willing to do the work, to embrace discomfort, to take massive action, and to never stop improving. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start now. Push yourself beyond your limits. Take full responsibility for your future and make no excuses. Your time is now. The only question left is, will you rise to the challenge?